Welcome to Diva on a Mission podcast, where we share snippets of joy to uplift, inspire, and motivate you. I'm your host, Eva the Diva, and I'm thrilled to bring you stories that transform everyday moments into profound experiences. We are entering Thanksgiving week, and I wanted to take a moment to be thankful because there are so many things that I'm grateful for and thankful for that I want to be intentional about acknowledging them and listing them out. I'm grateful to be here, standing. This year is my first full endeavor into creativity and living and working as a full-time creative. So it is something that I'm very grateful for. I feel like I have grown by leaps and bounds since I started last year, and I just want to take time to be thankful for that. I'm grateful and thankful for good health. I'm grateful and thankful for family and friends who love me, for me. And I am especially thankful for those who are supportive of all my endeavors. Whatever I set out to do, that they are supportive of it, whether by helping me improve it or just, liking my work. So I want to appreciate also the Diva on a Mission family, those people who watch my podcasts, who listen to my poetry, who even like it or share it or save it, who even take time to read it. I appreciate you, and I don't take the time you take and the effort you put into that for granted. I'm also grateful and thankful to be safe wherever I am, because we know that the world has been more treacherous than usual. We have war in Sudan, we have war in the DRC, we have war in Palestine, we have women dying from gender-based violence, from their partners, from their loved ones. Women and girls who are not safe even in their own homes. And I do not take the fact that I am safe in my own home as something to take for granted. I am very grateful for that. And I wish it for everyone, that you should feel safe in your home at the very least, if not out and about in your community. This episode is in support of the protests against gender-based violence happening in South Africa. Earlier this year, and even last year, we tackled the issue of gender-based violence and femicide in Kenya. And it is sad that this issue is escalating. So I wanted to take time to acknowledge that initiative of women in South Africa. And I also want to have this podcast episode so we can discuss our survival. Our survival is not negotiable. And this episode is in support of that protest against gender-based violence and femicide. And I also want to inspire and motivate you with ideas on how you can help. And so I will start. So this episode, I'm broadcasting in solidarity with the powerful social media campaign led by South African women who are, once again, screaming into a void that seems determined not to listen. Today we stand in solidarity with women across Africa against femicide and gender-based violence that is escalating. We are supporting social media campaigns and protests led by women and about concrete actions we can all take. Real women and girls are dying. Our survival is at stake. And this episode is a call to action. The statistics we are about to share are not just numbers. They are a testament to a crisis that is claiming the lives of our mothers, sisters, daughters, and friends. Our survival is at stake. So today we ask the urgent question: what can we do as these statistics continue to escalate? How do we turn the situation around? Let's look at the hard facts. To understand the scale of the emergency, we need to look at the numbers. While comprehensive 2025 data is still being compiled, the figures from 2024 paint a horrifying picture of femicide, the killing of women and girls because they are women on the African continent. In South Africa, a 2024 report by the South African police indicated that a woman is murdered every 3 hours. There are social media statistics being shared that are more horrifying than that. And that is, heartbreaking. So the South African Police Service indicated that a woman is murdered every 3 hours. Furthermore, the femicide rate in South Africa is estimated to be 5 times higher than the global average. So the number of a woman dying every 3 hours is horrifying. But in South Africa, it's 5 times that number. A study by the African Union in late 2024 highlighted that countries like the Democratic Republic of Congo and Nigeria continue to see alarmingly high rates of gender-based murder linked to conflict and cultural practices. In Kenya, a wave of femicides in 2024, with over 15 cases reported in a single month, sparked national outrage under the hashtag #EndFemicideKE. These numbers are not abstract. They represent a state of emergency. Real women and girls continue to die at the hands of men who claim to love them, in their own homes, on their way to work, in places where they should be safe. So where do we begin? I know it's easy to feel overwhelmed, to feel like this problem is too big, but the women leading this charge online are showing us that our collective voice is our first and foremost powerful weapon. Number 1, listen and amplify. This campaign is being led by South African women. Our role, especially for those outside the immediate crisis, is to amplify their voices. Use the same hashtags they are using. Share their posts. Comment. Don't scroll by. Number 2, center their voices. Share their threads, their videos, their testimonies. Your platform, no matter how small, can extend their reach. This isn't about us speaking for them, it's about us passing the microphone. Also, educate yourself and your circles. Social media is a powerful tool for spreading information, so use it. Share the statistics we've discussed, break them down for your followers, and if you can, create impactful graphics so that this information is digestible. I will create an infographic and I will share it on our TikTok page at DOAM Pod and also on YouTube Shorts, on our YouTube channel at Diva on a Mission Podcast. Also, use visual solidarity. Many are changing their profile pictures to a purple ribbon or purple, or turning your profile purple. This visual unity shows that the scale of the movement, it shows the scale of the movement and tells the world that this issue matters to a massive number of people. Beyond the immediate social media storm, we need sustained action. The online campaign must be a springboard for offline change. So how do we do that? We can support grassroots organizations financially and by volunteering. The front line of this battle is held under by NGOs, by shelters. So find those organizations, follow them and support them. If you can't donate money, see if they need volunteers or help them with your skills. If you're a graphic designer, donate your skills. If if you manage social media, offer those services. If you are a lawyer or can offer legal advice, share it. Number 2, educate the next generation and ourselves. We must interrupt the cycle of violence at its root. This means having open, honest conversations with the boys and men in our lives about healthy masculinity, consent, and respect. It means challenging sexist behavior and toxic stereotypes in our friend groups and families. For men who want to be allies, it's not enough to not be violent. You must be actively anti-violent. Call out your friends. Intervene when you see harassment. This is everybody's fight. Number 3, demand political and institutional accountability. Use your voice beyond social media. Sign petitions, right? Demand that justice systems hold perpetrators accountable. That police are trained to handle gender-based violence cases with sensitivity and urgency, and that support services are adequately funded. Last week or the week before, I think it was last week, our former governor's daughter, the governor of Nairobi, Sonko, his daughter was assaulted in her home, and she called him, and there are videos circulating on social media showing him trying to solve the issue for his daughter, who was assaulted in a place where she should have been safe by someone who claims to love her, right? And this issue, you see how serious this matter is. If the daughter of a renowned politician can be assaulted when the young man knows very well the power wielded by the father of the woman he's in a relationship with, who is safe? What about the least among us? This is a man who was being supported by his father-in-law financially and probably in other ways, and he had the audacity to assault the daughter of the man who is supporting his livelihood, who is the father of his beloved. And, it's just heartbreaking to see that live. And he also was frustrated because he thought this is a situation his daughter should not have to encounter. So, this situation is dire. For those, the grief is palpable for those who have lost loved ones, and for even us who live with the threat of this every day, right? But the resilience of the women leading this movement is a beacon of hope. Our solidarity cannot be a one-day trend. It must be a sustained commitment to action. Online, in our communities, and in the halls of power. We can only turn the situation around by refusing to be silent. We turn it around by supporting each other. We turn it around by demanding a future where women do not have to live in fear, where our survival is a given, not a battle. In 2023 to 2024, global reports show femicide is tragically common. Partners or family members kill a woman every 10 minutes. In Africa, the rate of partner-related femicide is the highest of all regions, and countries from South Africa to Kenya have seen surges that have sparked massive protest movements. Women are organizing online and on the streets to force change. South African women have organized powerful social media and street campaigns. These campaigns do 3 things. They raise public outrage, they hold leaders and police accountable, and they create networks of support for survivors. When women post names, stories, photos, petitions, or use campaign hashtags, please amplify them. So, I thank you for listening. I ask you to support this movement, and I ask you to be active in your daily lives to reduce the prevalence of assault and murder of women and children. I will share information in our show notes. So if you're looking for a place to start, I will share the links in the show notes for this podcast. Otherwise, if you have any comments, any information to share, please send it to dompodcast@gmail.com. Follow us on YouTube at Diva on a Mission Podcast or on TikTok at DOAM Pod.